at the end of the webinar. So that is why we have to record this section. And as I've told us right now, okay, now let's go to it. Our agenda for today is study abroad with education loan. That is the first thing we'll be discussing. The second thing we are going to discuss is IED requirement that actually kills most of loan application. And the other one we'll be talking about is knowing and getting your credit score, and what are the common rejection uh, reasons. And I'm going to add a tips for all of us all Nigerians applicant. What are what we need to know or to do. We need to know to be able to correct whatever we need to correct that can enable us to have assets and free flow. Just a second, please. Okay, so let's continue now. I just need to drop a message. Now, in IQ overseas, we partner with 3 platforms, which are the most common loan platform that we know today. We have many of them, but majority of those that we have currently always ask for maybe a co-signer before they can give you an education loan. We know that it is a dream of everyone to see how they can have a quality education, how they can have a quality skill, quality academic that can make them to stand in this world of rapid change in technology all around us today. So we are in partnership with these first two, which is the Project Finance and Empower Financing. We are already on the process of LendWise, so I will not be talking about LendWise at the moment, but this particular tool is something that is already, a lot of people have been doing it, while a lot of people have been declined, a lot have also as well gotten it. So that's why we look into it, that okay, what are the main factors that actually makes especially Nigerians to get a lot of decline when it comes to this application. So we'll be talking about you sourcing for education loan using Project and also using Empower. So, and I will discuss one or two. So the first one we are going to move on to is Project Finance. We need to know, why do you have to choose Project in the first place? Number one, when it comes to competitive interest rate, trust me, Project Finance has one of the lowest interest rates in terms of the amount you pay over the loan they are giving you. Now, another thing which makes it so much important and so much standard is that you require no co-signer. When you talk about no co-signer is like, in Nigeria, when you want to borrow a loan in Nigeria, at times they ask you for a guarantor, someone that you sure that the person can pay on if you're unable to pay. Now, the co-signer is a term used in loan crediting system in a situation whereby, just give me a sec, because it seems, oh, okay. Sorry, I just need to admit some people that are coming in. So, now is a hidden an additional thing is that there is no hidden fees from their when you are using Project Finance. Now, another thing that makes Project Finance so much important is global education focus. In the sense that there are some loan platforms that are meant for a particular country. There are some loan platforms that they are majorly for, let's say, like India. Now, India has like up to 6 to 10 loan organization that gives education loan to most of their students to study, to go international, to study abroad, basically. Though I don't know much about what we have in Nigeria that also give Nigerians a loan. I know we have a loan system in Nigeria that give you loan for you to be able to study within Nigeria itself. But when it comes to maybe studying abroad, I'm not sure. Maybe I've not done my research in detail on that to know that maybe there is an organization, a home-based organization within our country that gives educational loan to us when we study abroad. I'm not sure I have that, but project finance is not limited to a particular country. It is basically is a global. Now, another thing is that there is future earning potential. You working with project finance still give you opportunity to also earn maybe at some point. I won't be talking about that for now because that's not our main focus. Now, when it comes to the flexible loan options, that is, you have other options to pick. You can decide. I will not talk about it, but you have flexible loan options that are on maybe your how you want to pay or what type of loan do you need, how do you want the loan to work and all that. So there is also a support a life of diverse field of study. What do you mean by diverse field of study is that it's not limited to one particular course. I know project finance focus on MBA courses and also STEM courses basically. So when you see they focus on STEM, so then they also have what we call grace period. What is grace period? Grace period, some people call it moratorium period. The time that I give you for you to before you start paying the loan back. I know some of us that have been in the loan system, you already have that idea that okay, this grace period is what it meant. So this is why project finance is very important. Now, in a little highlight, project finance loan highlight, and I want you to please pay attention to this because this is where a lot of people also miss the point and they don't know how to go about it. Now, project finance loan amount is actually up to 222,000 US dollar, or they can do what we call 100% COA. COA means the cost of acceptance. I'm going to explain that when we get to the point to explain it. Now, interest rate you are going to pay is starting from 8.33%, that is 0.83%, 0.083% APR onward. So this APR is what is showing is a model used to tell you that what you are going to pay when you are about to be paying the loan back is 83 point something, 83.33%, and at the same time, this 8.3% is a fixed rate in some cases, but especially for those that want to study in the UK and or in the US, most of the time is actually a fixed rate. Now, the margin money there is 0%. Then there's what we call origination fee. Let me know if you guys can still hear me very well. Just signify if you can hear me. You can hear me. Just say yes, I can hear you. Just say yes, I can hear you. Or just type something for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. I can see that. So let me go back to my slide now. Okay, now we have what we call originating fee. This particular fee is going to be added to your loan. Let's say your loan you are collecting is $10,000, and the 5% is the original fee. This 5% will be added to the money and is going to be spread over the number of time you're going to pay the loan. Let's say the 5% of $10,000 is $500. That means the amount you'll be paying back is $10,500. Then to be divided over the number of years you want to take to pay that loan. That's that. Then the moratorium period is actually 6 to 12 months after completion of course. Now, for those of us that our course is 1 year, that means that if I'm starting my course September 2025, then by September 2026, I'll finish my course. Then count 6 months from that September. That is September to like January. That means I'm going to start paying the loan back starting from January. Or at times they can even give you the opportunity to extend it to like about 12 months. To extend it to about 12 months, you can be given that kind of opportunity to do that. Then the repayment period for project is 15 years, up to 15 years. Some can pay back in 2 years, there's no penalty for that. You can pay back in 6 months, there's no penalty for that. You can pay back in 10 years, there's no penalty for that, but it's up to 15 years. Then there's what we call processing fee, because there was before when the whole thing started, there was nothing like processing fee. It even started with what we call $50 on order, but now it's been added to it that okay, you pay 500 processing fee, and when you get to the point of paying this $500 processing fee, know that definitely the loan has been awarded to you. No, they will never ask you to pay this money when a loan is. I've seen some platform people are sending to me here and there. Please, I want us to be very, very careful. I don't know when someone will tell you to pay money when you have not even assured you are getting the loan. Someone sent one thing to me. I said, I'm not interested in all this. I love to preserve our integrity of what we do. Based on this platform we are using, they will never ask you to pay this $500 if it is not proof, if you don't have the letter award letter for that loan already. When you have any platform that tells you to come and pay maybe 500,000, 200,000, 100,000, they will now say they will start processing your loan. Please be careful. Just because you want to study abroad does not mean that they should use your desperation to now pry on your desperation to now get it out of you. So every platform, every eligible, every real platform will not just ask you to start paying them from the beginning when the whole process have not gotten to a point that you yourself you are sure of that. Now, what of age limit? There is no age limit. Before, there has been an argument of minimum of 32 years, maximum of 32 years old and older. But at the point where we have our meeting and a conversation with them, there is no particular age limit. The only thing is that you must be 18 years and above. And I'm very sure that most of our people that are looking for studying abroad are more than 18 years and above. Now, what is study level? Master's degree. Some of us that we are applying for masters by research, although there are some master by research courses that is on the Proji platform that they support, but not all mastered by research, especially for those who are coming to the UK. That's why most of the people contacted us have gotten admission for masters in research. Unfortunately, most of the school we got the admission from that actually do masters by research. Trust me, most of these platforms are not even part of the reserve school or approved school by this platform. The loan coverage, Prodigy Cover Global, I've already mentioned that to us. That is the highlight. Please, if you're having your question, you can pen it down or drop it on that chat box, because I know that many of us will have a lot of questions when you get to this. Now, what is the application process? Number one, we need to check your eligibility. Just because you want law, you want to study about, just don't mean that you are credible, or don't let me use credible for now, you are eligible to apply. Then, how do you know you are eligible to apply? Number one is that have interest that you want to study abroad, or you've already submitted an application abroad. Number two, we have to check to know that you are eligible is that the school you are submitting the application to must be an approved school by the platform. Number three, the course you are submitting an application for must be a course that is also approved by Proche. So if you submit an application to a school that is not on their platform, you submit a course to a course that is not on their platform, automatically you'll be rejection. That application will be rejected. So we should not try to waste our time and try to say, okay, I've applied to this school, they have to give me, they said they give me. No, it doesn't work that way. Number two, you review the details of the school. That's exactly what I just mentioned in LGBT. You need to review the details of the school. And number three, once we have that, we review the school, we see the course is there, the school is there, then we go for the registration and apply for your loan. We fill in the details of your personal, your personal details, your residential address, your academic record, that is, you have gotten the application, your school experience and all that. Then we submit the application. Then within 14 days, definitely we are going to get your provisional offer. If you get provisional offer, which you have to accept within 14 days, then we go for what we call document verification. You see, every loan is declined at this point. I can tell you all the loans that I've seen people are applying for, those ones that have not directly applied by me, those ones that are applied by our agent, those that are applied for people that are close to us, they always get to this document verification. It's on this document verification the most of the loan are declined. Now, if you've passed this verification process, the next thing is just for the loan confirmation and your $500 processing fee. If you see that what I said, you see that it has the $500 processing fee is at the end. That is, you have been verified, it has been awarded. I have my reason for stating this, because I'm seeing a lot of people are doing online and all that, honestly, and it's painful at times, Okay, that is about project. And what are the required documents that need to be verified? Number one, your passport. One of my uncle used to say that, okay, you want to study abroad, but you don't have an international passport. Is it on paper they are going to put your visa? So, number one requirement is that you must have a valid passport that is not expiring in the next 6 months. So you need to take note of that. Now, proof of address. Proof of address is very, very important. Even though I know that God is helping us in Nigeria, we are trying to put our address together so that we can have valid address. Because in Nigeria, someone can be staying in one village for many years and you will not even know a valid address to that place. But for you to apply for this, you need a good proof of address. So, what are the documents for proof of address? We have your bank document. If you have opened an account, definitely you should have a good book and proof of address. If you are paying your utility, you are buying your NEPA bill and all that, you should have, or a copy of a list or a letter from your landlord can also serve as a proof of address. Then if you are paying or official tax and all that, and also or declaration letter from your family member that states that you are staying with them and all that, that is proof of address. The next thing is the proof of admission. Proof of admission that you have submitted an application and you have gotten a conditional offer or unconditional offer. That's proof of admission. Now the next thing is your credit report. You see, at this point, it is where a lot of our people, Nigerians, always have challenge. Now, proof of saving or family contribution to your education. I will tell you the techniques that makes people fail at this point when I get there. Now, we also have what we call pre-study and employment letter. You see, this pre-study employment letter is that, okay, you are applying for a loan to study. Now, have you been working before? So if you have been working before, the loan platform will surely require, number one, the pay slip maybe from that company that shows that you have actually been working and you have some savings on your own. Except you are not using that you have been working before, that you are using a saving and contribution from the family. And I will tell you what that family need to do. A lot of application people submitted, they will only submit maybe their own letter, the school application form, and after submitting all that, they will be expecting my dear. It doesn't work that way, because if you are using Proji does not really fund everything. Now, on this point again, let me mention on this proof of saving. Now, for those of us that want to study, if you are not studying in the US or Canada, Project cannot fund all your education. They will only fund your school fees, but you see your living expenses and every other thing you may need in school. They don't always fund it. I don't want to use they don't fund, they don't always fund it. Like if you look at it based on percentage. Are you getting me? So what they do is that, okay, this is your school fees. Okay, we'll pay your school fees. Then living expenses, you have to take care of that. But for them to know that definitely you are also, they don't pay your deposit for you. Some of us are saying, I've got it in the no, they will not pay your deposit. If your school require deposit, you have to pay that deposit yourself. And if you have not paid deposit, one of the way, okay, I think when I get to that point, I'm going to mention in details about that because it's actually general for both platforms. Okay. Then your post-study employment salaries in the situation whereby you've already gotten a job that, okay, immediately you finish your school, there is a company that wants to employ you already. Then when you have this kind of thing, at the same time, you can just present the letter as well. Scholarship and sponsorship details. Scholarship and sponsorship is that, okay, a family member, you got a scholarship of, let's say, like a friend of mine now is here in the UK. He got like 2 scholarships from different platforms, 2,000, one £2,000, another one £1,000. There's another one you say £1,000. So gathering all this together means that, okay, these are scholarships he has gotten. So you can put it together and also submit this document to the loan platform that I need £10,000, but this platform have given me 1,000, so I have £3,000 already. The remaining balance I just need is 7,000 for you guys to just pay and let me start my education, and that's all. I am telling you that if all these things are actually in place, the probability of getting is really very high. So it's not just your admission letter or just your credit record that is really required for them to consider that, oh, this person is what we can give. Your pre-study employment, your proof of savings, of your family contribution and scholarship, because most of the people have seen that they approve them. I can tell you they have this information in the application. Most, those I've seen. I'm not saying that I've seen everybody. Those I've seen. I want you to take note of my words very well. Those I've seen. I'm not saying I've seen everybody. Okay. Now, let's go to Empower now. So, that is all about Proji. They are global, 8.3. Now, what's important about Empower financing too? Number one, there is no consignor or collateral required. Okay, now normally when you want to get this kind of a loan, the loan platform at times may require maybe a guarantor or a collateral. Basically we do all that. Now, another thing is that there is also focus on future earning. There is probability, or you can also earn from them. And then support for international students. There is a support for international from day one that you start your education. Empower, make sure that you have an account officer that monitor what you do. They also do career support in the situation whereby they help you check your CV when you are studying, when you finish study, or you want to apply or submit application to somewhere. They help you do all that as well. They help you do all that as well, and they give you career support. Now they have competitive interest rate. Their own interest rate is 9 point. I will still show us in full about that. Now flexible loan amount, you can decide the amount you want to do, but the minimum you can get from there is $2,000 and 100 up to 100,000 USD. Now streamline application process. The application is very easy. It's not something hard. It's very simple, truly. Then visa and career support. Yeah, they also supply some information about your visa application, because they can even give you a document that is a proof of fund. Once they have approved it, they can even give you a document for proof of fund that you can submit to school that I have the fund already, because they are the one paying. Support for various needs as well. They do that. This is also Empower highlight, and I want you to also pay attention. Up to 100,000 USD, 100% of COA. What is COA? Cost of acceptance. I'm going to also mention that. Just tell us what it means. I think I've mentioned something close there. So their own is, let me just say, approximately is 10%. Now the margin money is also 0%. Now their processing fee is 5% of loan amount. It's going to be added to the loan. Are you getting my point? Now moratorium period is also course year plus 6 months. They are being specific. The repayment period is up to 10 years. You remember, project is 15 years, and the age limit, no age limit as well, but you must have minimum of 18 years. The study level is masters, that is MBA and STEM courses. Once you know that the course you're applying for does not fall under any of this, just know that you don't need to waste your time and all that. You don't need to. Now the loan coverage is that the only limitation, one of the limitations of Empower, is mainly for US people that want to study in the US and Canada only. You want to study in the US, you want to study in Canada, then you can apply to Empower. Then they are the go-to platform. You can actually go to them. In-school payment, interest only payment. This in-school payment is that, okay, they say you are going to pay interest of 10% during the time that you are studying in school, which is up to 30 months. 30 months, you can start paying your interest from that time. So if you say you want to start paying something, they encourage you to only pay your interest alone, so that when you finish, the only money you will be paying back today is not the money that you actually borrow from them. Prepayment penalty, there's no prepayment penalty as well, and that's that. Then what is the process as well? The check eligibility, application submission. After we check the same eligibility we check for project is the same eligibility, that you are applying to a school, your school is one of the school on their platform, the course you are applying to is also approved course. That's what makes it to be eligible. Number 2 is that we submit the application. Then the next is that there is what we call initial review, which is basic eligibility. If they do this initial review for you and they know that, oh, you have actually met their basic requirement, they will give you what we call conditional offer. This conditional offer is that there are some conditions you must meet before they can take you forward. Then the next is that they now ask for what we call document upload. This document upload is the point whereby they will now do their thorough review, which is the same process we have in the first one as well. The document upload, the document verification. Then the next thing we also have is final review. After the whole thorough review on your document that you submitted. The document you submit is part of credit score and all that. Then they will now make a decision. Once they make a decision, they are giving it to you. They will just give you a loan time offer. Then you will have they will send you a certification. They will give you a certificate of funding. Then the next is that okay, I think that's an error. That's an error when I was loan confirmation process. Their own actually ends as certification and funding. So don't mind me. I would not be able to delete that. That's a mistake from my end. This last one is not part of it, please. It's not part of it. It ended here, certification and funding. Because once they have fund you, there's nothing like loan confirmation and all that. Okay, so I'm so sorry about that, please. So sorry about that. Okay. So now, what are the requirement documents for verification? Same proof of address. I wrote it here, the same thing that we have in the first one. Now, there are some schools in the US and Canada that they will not give you admission if you don't have GRE and GMAT. So if the school requested for that, then you must submit the document that shows that you have that requirement also to Empower. Now, English proficiency, if the school you're submitting the application for require this as well, you have to submit the result also to Empower. Now, cost of attendance, that is COA. Let me now try to give us the breakdown of cost of attendance. and I want you to please pay attention. Please, if you can hear me, just say I if we are still together. I need a voice. Just one person's voice is okay for me. Can you hear me? So sorry, please can you all hear me because I don't know I've been logged out already. Can you hear me please?
Yes, sir.
Please, can you remind me where I stopped before I was logged out? Please, can you tell me let me go to myself because I don't know I've been logged out. Please just tell me where I stopped before I was logged out. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, is there any way
You're
that
actually talking about the interest of the loans. You can be able to pay the interest. And then when you are done, you can return. There is no penalty. I think that's where you hang up.
okay, am I on Empower or I am still on Project?
Empower. Empower.
Okay,
We
thank you.
are empowered. The highlight of the empower.
Thank you so much.
That
Yeah.
was well, yeah.
I'm so sorry about that. When I'm presenting, I don't even check my phone. My people have actually been notifying me that I'm offline, but I was just so much concentrating and making sure that we get the information accurately. So sorry about that, everyone. I'm very sorry. My time. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Now, okay. Okay, this is the loan highlight on Empower. I was talking about their own is 10%, approximately 10%. The processing fee is also 5%, which is going to be added to the loan that you borrowed, which is going to be split over the years you are going to pay the money back. Then the payment period is 10 years, and at the same time, no age limit, but you must be minimum of 18 years. The master's level is what they sponsor MBA or STEM. There is nothing like masters by research. I am hammering because we have a lot of requests from people. I want to do master by research. I want to go with my family. This is something good, but most of the time the loan is not actually available for that. Now, loan coverage, US majorly and Canada. So Empower only focusing on people that want to study in the US, we want to study in Canada, basically. Then there is what we call interest only payment. That is, while you are in school, you can actually pay your interest over the time. Maybe your course is 2 years or 1 year. You can actually pay the interest only. Then when you finish school, then you can continue from where that you cannot continue paying the main money. Prepayment penalty, the prepayment penalty, there's none like that. Then I also mentioned about the eligibility is the same thing that we have in Progy. You must be submitting application to the school they approve, to the course they approve. Application submission, we do that. Then there will be initial review. Under this initial review, once Empower review do basic eligibility for you and you are eligible, they will give you what we call conditional offer. After getting this conditional offer, the next thing that you're going to upload documents for them to verify. When you upload this document, they will do final review and thorough decision will be making. Thorough review is what they do here because they are going to do a lot of background check on you and all that. Then next is for them to give you loan terms and offer, and the next thing is the certification and funding. Once you have this, and that is the end of their own process. I am very sorry for adding this. I said it the other time. I don't know if you guys were with me as at that time. It was while duplicating my slide, I made that error. So sorry for that, please. Okay, now the documents require proof of address the same way we have it in the first one. Now, if you are submitting application to a school, you know US and Canada, they are very serious when it comes to GRE and GMAT, English proficiency. If the school we are submitting application to and the course require this, you have to submit this result also to Empower that shows that you have the required document by the school before they can give you the loan. Now, cost of attendance is what I wanted to explain before I discovered that I am actually out of it. Cost of attendance is what we call COA. Cost of attendance is, for example, the amount of fee you need for your school is 10,000. That is your school fee. Let's say 10,000 USD. And your maintenance fee, that is your upkeep right now, is also $5,000. If you add $5,000 to $10,000, it makes up to $15,000. Now, if it is now $15,000, it means that if it is $15,000, it means that if the loan platform is only paying your school fees, the total cost of attendance is actually 15,000. Now the loan now said that they are only paying your school fees, which means that the remaining balance that you need to show them is 5,000. So the 10,000 from the loan platform and the 5,000 either from you or from another person sponsoring you. Now, when they have these two, you now have to bring them together, making your cost of attendance. Now, if there is anybody paying that of your updating, or you are the one paying, you have to submit the document, that is maybe a statement of bank account statement that shows that money. If it is any of your family that is also helping you to pay maybe the deposit and the cost of study as well, then they need to show a proving document that shows that they are actually the one paying that money. Then you will upload all those documents on the platform. The next thing is the admission letter, then your resume. With the Empower need your CV as well. Then this transcript, if you are going for master degree, then they also need your transcript. Because to be sincere with you, okay, when I get there, they need your transcript, then your passport copy, then supporting evidence of fund, which is what I mentioned in cost of acceptance. You need that. Either the savings account, certificate of deposit, or your fixed deposit that shows that you actually have the remaining balance of the money, or your own contribution to your study. Your own contribution to it. Then the last thing is the credit score. So either you are asylum seeker in the US or in Canada, TPS holder or US permanent resident, or you are a refugee, you are a DACA resident. This they also give you but you are going to give them your document, immigration document that show you. But if you are just coming to the US, you may not need all day because there is a form that will be issued to you on that. These are the required documents for verification. Now, let's now talk about credit score. But before I go to this, let me come here. What are the common rejection reasons? Please, I want us to pay attention. If we are all together, I want you to pay attention. Number one, institution or program ineligible. Many people, before they even think of loan, they have submitted application to various schools. After they get this admission, they now heard of loan, or someone just mentioned it to them. They now started calling us. Please, I have applied to this school. Make source for the loan. No. If you really want to follow the proper process, first step is for you to check. This is my result. I need which course can I apply for that is supported by this loan platform in this particular country. You check the name of the course and you check if the school is there. If the school is not there, the course you want to do is not there, I am telling you it will be rejected. Number two, weak academic record. You see, I've seen a lot of people coming. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying truly it's bad. But listen, let's look at it very well together. Some people will come. You have a very low grade in the university, which is not even a crime or anything. We have school that we can apply for your third class. We have school we can submit application to for your HND. But I won't lie to you, most of the schools that accept that class or that accept the HND, majority of them are not on the loan platform. Please, I want you to take note of this thing. So this loan platform that you see, They still check your academic record. They didn't just give you loan and so yeah, take. They check the background, the academic qualification of that person. For example, now, if you want to, you know that what they actually look at before they release the loan for you is what we call postgraduate potential earning. They look at your background as where you are coming and the course you want to study, and they now look at feasibility of you securing a job maybe immediately after you finish and the potential amount you might be earning when you secure that job. This is what they use in their model. We are not in mathematical, but let me just use that statement. This is what they use in their most of their model to actually know if you are worthy of someone they can give the loan to. So your academic record is also very important. So weak academic record can make them reject your application, even though they don't state most of the reasons. But I am telling you. Now, another thing is that insufficient credit or financial profile. See, I know why I'm laughing. You know, many of us we are in partnership with Pampe. Many of us we are in partnership with Rem Money. Many of us we are already in partnership with which other platform? Forgotten their names, but I know many of us we are in partnership with them. Now, being in partnership, or what I mean by partner is that we are their regular customer and all that. Being their regular customer is something good and very, very good. Because if you borrow loan from this platform, I am telling you the secret today. If you borrow money from any of this platform and you pay back the day you said you would pay, it increases your credit record. It makes you what we call credit worthiness. But when you borrow money from them and they give you a grace period even after you miss the deadline and you didn't still pay, let me tell you something, no loan platform will see that record and give you money. No. Because this is what they rely upon, because they can see that you don't have the credit history. You don't have a good credit history. It is very hard for them to make a decision. I will show you two platforms. One of our people that have applied, we have de-identified them. It's just for education purpose. So if you are in partnership with this guy, you use them very well. But please, if you can, make sure that you pay at the time you said you will pay. Is all this record, they will go and check it back, because they will send message to the Federal Credit Bureau of Nigeria. Don't think these people don't know you. I can tell you, from what I'm going to show you, will realize that all this thing you are talking about, they have your record that you don't even know they have. Insufficient credit or financial profile, that one is very, very important. Immediately you even know that you have borrowed loan. Let me tell you, I was talking to one of my uncles, one of my senior officer. It was like, IQ, once anybody comes to you they want to apply for loan, immediately they tell you that they have borrowed loan from any of these plans, even if it is 1 naira, and they have not paid back. Don't bother yourself to apply for them. They will not give them. Please note this. I have a lot of people that they have rejected. When I myself check their record, I say, even myself, I can't borrow you money. If I have known this before, I can't borrow you money. Are you getting my point? The last one is a lack of required funds to cover your remaining costs. Some people just submit application, like most of the agents just collect your application, they just submit for you without asking you, give us the evidence of the remaining balance, because we know that this loan platform will only pay for your school fees. Where is the evidence that you have your deposit in your account? That is your statement of account. Where is the evidence, a document that shows that there is someone that has decided to pay the money on your behalf? Because the person that wants to pay the money on your behalf, there is a form they can fill on this platform that we call supporting finance. When they fill that document, they will now upload the document. You will collect the documents from them and upload it with their statement of account that shows that they have the remaining balance that complete that school fees you are requesting for the loan platform. Please, if we are together, you are getting me very well, just say hi again. If you are hearing me, please say hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much. That's what I just need. One person is what I just need. Thank you so much, everyone. Lack of required funds to cover your situation. That is what I mean by cost of acceptance the other time. Now, another thing is an excessively large loan request. Some people, they need $10,000. They will be requesting for like $30,000. They will not say no to you, but they are not going to give you. Note this. These are the common rejection reasons. Common rejection reasons. Now, for you to check your credit record in Nigeria, there are two platforms that I know are approved already. First Central Credit Bureau, or you go to CLC Credit Bureau. This platform, you can check your credit results from them. This CLC charge you 400 naira to get your credit report for you to see where you're already missing. Even some of you have borrowed money, you have forgotten you borrow money. Or someone used your account. You know, there was a time in Nigeria that people use your account to go and borrow money that you don't even know. Those things are in your record. Now, you can check that. Now, I tried to get this information for us. Now, the first thing I want to show you here, let me use this slide. This particular, sorry. Let me use this graph. If you look at this graph, everybody, you can see that this candidate already passed a total amount to pay. He has due amount overdue, and this person didn't pay back. You can see that there is nothing like any green in this graph at all that shows that this person actually paid. And to be sincere with you, you yourself already know the answer that they are not going to give the person. The person borrowed money from My Credit Investment. Then there is another one, Carbon Finance and Investment Limited, and all that. So we have many of them like that. Okay. Now, another thing I want you to observe here. Now, what I cover here is actually the address of the person, because we told you that we de-identify the person. Now, these are the addresses. You know, many of us, we just go on this platform and just put one address because you believe that Nigeria does not have, many of us don't have an address that you can easily see. This person already used 15 address, and if you check the month, 2021, between February 2021 to October 2021, this person has used 15 addresses. And look at it, that is within 1 year to borrow money from different platforms. Looking at that address alone has already disqualified the person, because it shows that the person is not stable. So if you are in one location and you want to say you are borrowing, all this record that you are putting on those loan platforms is showing in your credit record, because they are sending your address that you used to borrow the money. So if peradventure last month you borrow money on rent money, and this one you borrow on PalmPay, the address you use on rent money last month is even the one you use on PalmPay this month. Looking at that alone disqualify you, because it's not possible for you to say you move within that month and another month you use another place address. So these are very most important thing. So that's one of the observations I had on this candidate. Then this is another candidate. This other candidate even have like 3 or 4 platforms that he actually gets the fund from. Okay, I think this last one is where I want to mention. You see, after this person borrowed from Ren, they closed the account. Why is it closed? Because the person didn't pay back at all. They said doubtful. That is, they are not expecting the person. But the person actually did well in this other 2. Performing. That's why you see this green you are seeing here. Now, when the loan platform look at it, then the question is that why didn't this person pay this one and they didn't pay this one? Then they have to now do further investigation to see, can we give this person fund? So that is one of the, so you have to take note of all these things before you score people that, oh yeah, apply for loan for me, they will give me, they said they fund more. All these things is when you get there, you will realize that they cannot. But if you correct all this, the joy there is that even when you correct all this, we can resubmit the application for. So if they have declined your application and you know that all these things I've mentioned, you have committed them and you try to correct them immediately, we can resubmit your application when we have all these documents I just tell you. We will resubmit, upload the document again, show them every proof that you're an eligible person that can correct for them. So that is it. So now tips, which is the final statement, tips for Nigerians applicants is that verify the eligibility of the university you are applying to is very important. Make sure that you have a strengthened academy, like your result is still okay. If you know that maybe some of us, maybe you're on a low credit, you can easily just go for maybe a postgraduate course in Nigeria. It's not as expensive as you studying abroad, so that one will complement the result you have on ground. So when you want to submit application like this, you will have confidence within yourself that have a better result. Now, make sure your credit report is clean. Fix every issues of money borrow or all that. Now, show liquid fund, that is, you also have a saving that you have saved to take care of some part of the loan. I remember when I was selected for YIDP loan when I was in NYC that year. The first thing they asked me was my own contribution. I forgotten the name we call it that time. Oh God, I forgot. If I remember, I'll mention the name. They asked me, okay, you want to borrow 3 million? How much do you have from grant or like an asset and order? So sorry. So keep our loan sensible in the sense that let's be on the limit that we know. Okay, this school fees is 10,000. Do the 10,000. If you the other remaining money, add it together. So that is it. Then prepare all these document that we have mentioned. These are things that can help us in securing those loans. Now, what is our service as IQ Overseas? We review your documents. We do that one first. Let's see. We check the document, your school and all that. Then we check the school you want to apply for. We will check the school you want to. We will even ask you, do you have the deposit on grant? Do you have anybody that have vetted that okay they are going to give you deposit? Can they give you your statement of account that shows that they are ready and fill this supporting document, financial supporting document for you if you are applying loan? That is it. We check for the supported institution. We process your application. Then we submit the loan application for you and also do your visa processing. And for those that are not going through loan, we follow the same process. That's why we have general document requirement. We submit your application, we review your document. That's the first step we take. We review your document, your CV and your undergraduate certificate to show that, oh, we can submit application for higher institution for you. It is even when we know the course you can apply for and the country we can apply for you. Either you are going for loan or you are not going for loan. That thing is very important. That's why we request, okay, give us your CV, give us the certificate. Or even we can check other documents that you might also have. Other service that we do, for people that also need proof of fund for their study, you have gotten your admission, you've paid your deposit, we do proof of fund. We also help people in writing research proposal. For some of you applying for master by research that you requested for research proposal, we do that for you. Professionally, we do that. Statement of purpose, we also help you in writing that in case you have too busy to do that, we help you to do that. If you want to enhance your CV, because some people's CV, are, based on the experience I've had in this job, I've seen a lot of CV that made me say, wow. CV enhancement is one of the criteria that even school check before they say they can decide to give you the course you are applying for. So what we do when we ask for your certificate and your CV is that some people study agricultural extension, but when they finish from school, they are working in accounting department. That means that they have acquired experience in accounting for over the years. That kind of person in the UK, we can apply for something related to accounting for that person as MS, even though they have background in agricultural extension, because the 5 years or 3 years experience they have in that department shows that they are capable. I hope you get me very well. So now, and this is the final stage of my I know because I missed the time when the thing went off, so make me to spend more than the time it's supposed to. So my name is Odeshodolua Shegun. I'm a study abroad consultant for IQ Overseas, and you can send your document or to us at IQ Vista Solution.